All right, today we are heading out on an expedition into the wild world of trading careers. And hey, if you're still picturing a bunch of people yelling on a chaotic trading floor, you're in for a bit of a shock. We're going to explore how data has completely redrawn the map, creating all these incredible roles you might have never even thought of. So let's get into it.
So let me ask you a question. When you hear that word trader, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it that classic scene from the movies, someone shouting into two phones at once? Or maybe a lone wolf just staring intensely at a wall of monitors? Well, the truth is, data has completely shattered those old stereotypes. The world of trading today, it's this huge, diverse, professional landscape. And the one thing that connects all of it, the most important skill you can have, is being fluent in data. So here's our map for today's journey. We'll start by looking way beyond the old school trading floor, and then we'll chart out the core frontline roles. After that, we're going to explore the wider financial world where your skills are seriously in demand, get you set up with a data-driven toolkit, and then finally, lay out a clear roadmap for building your career. First up, let's step beyond that classic trading floor image. Data has opened up this whole new spectrum of roles, so let's start by exploring the ones right at the heart of all the action. So let's get right to the front line. These are the jobs that probably come to mind when you hear the word trading, but you're about to see that even here, the reality is way more varied and interesting than a stereotype. First, we've got the proprietary trader, or prop trader. Think of these folks as the sprinters of the financial markets. They specialize in super short-term movements. And here's the key. They use the firm's own money, not a client's. That means the pressure is always on for lightning-fast execution and razor-sharp decisions. It's all about high stakes and high speed. Next up, we have the hedge fund analyst or manager. Now, their world is all about deep, detailed research. They aren't just playing quick market moves. They're building these complex, long-term portfolios for big clients, and the whole goal is to make money whether the market is going up, down, or sideways. And now, let's meet the quant. The quantitative researcher is basically the architect behind all of modern automated trading. These are the people living at the crossroads of advanced math, statistics, and programming. They build these sophisticated algorithms designed to sniff out and exploit tiny, microscopic market inefficiencies. We're talking about things that might only exist for milliseconds. And finally, there's the independent trader. This path, well, it offers the ultimate freedom, right? You manage your own money, you set your own hours, you build your own strategies from the ground up. But with all that freedom comes a ton of responsibility. It takes an incredible amount of self-discipline and a deep, constantly updated understanding of how the markets work. Okay, let's quickly break down the key differences here. First, just look at the capital source. Is it the firm's money, a client's, or your own? I mean, that one factor alone completely changes the game when it comes to risk. And the core activity is totally different too. You go from the fast, almost instinct-driven execution of a prop trader all the way to the deep, systematic model building of a quant. Each one of these paths is just fundamentally different. Okay, so we've covered the frontline roles. But what if direct hands-on trading isn't exactly your ultimate goal? Well, the skills you develop are incredibly versatile. Let's explore some of the new frontiers that open up in the wider financial world. I really want this to sink in. Think of your data skills, your ability to analyze, to model, to interpret complex information as a passport. It doesn't just get you into one specific job. It gives you access to the entire ecosystem of modern finance. It's a game changer. Take the financial risk manager, for example. These professionals are basically the guardians of financial stability. They use AI and really sophisticated data analytics to model out worst-case scenarios, to find hidden threats to the company, and to make sure the whole system stays solid and compliant. It's a crucial, crucial role. Then, of course, you have the builders, the fintech engineers. Their skills are in absolutely massive demand because they are literally creating the infrastructure that powers our markets today. Everything from trading platforms with near-zero latency to revolutionary blockchain solutions that are redefining what an asset even is. And data is also completely transforming client-facing roles. A wealth management professional now uses AI-powered tools to go way beyond generic advice. They can create these deeply personalized, optimized portfolios for their clients, all based on huge data sets of market behavior and, that person's specific goals. So we've seen all the amazing destinations on our map. The next logical question is, how do you get equipped for the expedition?
Let's talk about the essential toolkit you're going to need to pack for a career in data-driven finance.
All right, on the technical side, some things are just non-negotiable. It all starts with being proficient in a language like Python or R. That's your foundation. Then you layer on top of that a solid understanding of the math that makes it all work: statistics, probability, and linear algebra. And these aren't just abstract subjects. They are the actual tools you use every day to wrangle data, model the market, and ultimately to build and test your own trading algorithms. But listen, technical skills are only half the story. The markets are chaotic, they're unpredictable. In these super high pressure, often collaborative environments, your ability to communicate complex ideas clearly, to think critically when everything is on fire, and to manage your own stress and emotions, that's what really separates the good from the great. All right, you've got the map of potential jobs, and you've got the list of essential gear for your toolkit. Now for the final and maybe most important piece, a strategic roadmap for actually building your career, step by step. So here's a 6-step game plan. It starts with the foundation. Master those core technical skills we talked about. Maybe even formalize them with certifications like the CFA or FRM. But look, knowledge isn't enough. You have to apply it. Gain practical experience through internships, personal trading projects, whatever you can. And as you're doing that, focus on building your professional network. Never ever stop learning about new tech like AI and machine learning. And through it all, always be working on those crucial soft skills that'll make your career last. You know, when it comes right down to it, it's all about this. Success in this industry is not a one-time thing you achieve. It's a constant process of learning, of adapting, and of strategically building out your own unique set of skills. So the big takeaway here is this. You are now equipped. You've got a map to this incredibly diverse career landscape, and you've got a guide to the essential tools you're going to need for the journey ahead. The path is laid out. The opportunities are absolutely massive, and this journey is yours to take. Your expedition into data-driven finance, it starts right now. The only question left is, what's your first step?